Hello YouTube, this is spiderjackangel from epichorrorfans, and today I'm going to be reviewing a Dario Argento film by the title of Opera. Now, out of Argento's movies, I've only watched Mother of Tears and Phenomenon in whole, and this is my third one out of the ones that he has done, that I actually watched in whole. Now, the premise for Opera, I have to say, sounded very interesting to me for the fact that the basic plot of this movie, without giving too much away, is about a girl that becomes a fill-in opera singer for Macbeth, and basically she finds out that there's this crazed stalker slash killer that has pretty much of a session with her, and basically what he does is he captures her and then basically ties her up, gags her, and then basically pries her eyes open with kind of like little needles. So if she tries to shut her eyelids, she will basically cut herself or tear her eyes out. And she basically he basically forces her to watch these murders that he commits of like her friends and so forth. Now, I have to say that idea, is pretty neat and pretty, brutal. But the fact that, he captures her and then lets her go and then basically captures her again, kind of comes a little repetitive. I mean, I liked it, but it just didn't seem like one of my favorite Argento films I've watched so far. I I mean, some of the kills in this movie are, pretty good. I would have to say the suspense moments really do work, but overall, at times, I kind of felt this movie was a little slow, but at other times, I thought, it was good. And one other thing. Now, this is a, pretty minor but big spoiler. Um, the killer in this movie basically attacks somebody, and I think this is probably the most stupidest kill you know, stupidest thing I've kind of seen in a horror film. But he attacks this girl, and basically, you know, he throws the iron at her and hits her in the back, and she basically is able to get up, and she throws the iron back at him and nails him right in the head. And instead of doing the smart thing, you know, and picking up the iron and basically move it aside or toss it aside before she tries to unmask who the killer is, she does the stupid thing. And that was unmask the killer with the, weapon that he used to throw at her in the first place right next to him. Yeah. At that scene, I nearly laughed my ass off because that was one of the most stupidest things that I have watched happen since the guy in Jason X decided to give Jason his machete back. But when all is said and done, I do have to give this film credit. I like the fact that out of the movies that I've seen Argento do, well, his older films, he basically always does the first person perspective of the killer so that you never know who the killer is. And sometimes, it can be a complete surprise. Other times, well, actually, most of the times it can be a complete surprise because in both this film and Phenomenon, I actually did not figure out who the killer was in either films. Although Phenomenon, I kind of thought I was almost onto it. I thought I figured it out, but no, I didn't. And with this film, I didn't figure out who the killer was either. But nonetheless, interesting idea. While it does seem like it can be repetitive for a person to, get captured over and over again. I do have to say that the part at the end of the film, well, near the end of the film, where the main actress basically is moving around in the vents with the little girl, and basically she stops and gets outside the vent with the little girl and her in the little girl's apartment where she lives with her mother and all that stuff. When they're, basically outside the vent, and the killers basically figured out that all the, air vents basically lead all around the apartment building apartment building floor that they're in. I have to say that that part was pretty intense. So overall, I would give this movie about a 7 out of 10. It was a good film. Don't get me wrong, but out of the Argento movies that I've watched so far, I'd probably put this at last. I mean, good film, but for me, I still kind of prefer Phenomenon and Mother of Tears. So, yeah. This is spiderjackangel. Thank you for watching. Hope everybody's having a great day. And subscribe to Epic Horror Fans. Or, you can subscribe to my channel, spiderjackangel, or Sexy Danny 21 Awesome. You can subscribe to his channel. I'll leave all of our channels down below so you can check it out. Some of us have already done some individual reviews on our channels. So, yeah. See y'all later.